Hi, my name is Janice Rutherford. I'm San Bernardino County's 2nd District Supervisor, and I'm highlighting some of the everyday heroes in the 2nd District, people who go above and beyond to give of themselves, never asking for any recognition, but making an incredible difference in our community. I'm here today with a very old, and I mean that in the best way possible, friend of mine, Carolyn Preschern. Carolyn has always amazed me with her energy and the amount of good that she does in the community, not in any official capacity, just because she's a great person with a really good heart. And I'm here today specifically to talk about her efforts in quilting. As you can see behind me, incredibly talented in that regard. Carolyn, tell us about how long you've been doing quilting and how you've taken it from just a hobby to an incredible community service.
I found long arm quilting. So long arm quilting is a machine, but I found that to finish the quilts, I could do it quite well under a little guidance. And so I started doing that to finish the quilts for local organizations. So it just kind of snowballed from there. And so we started out with about 12 people at Grace Church. I also connected with the local quilt guild.
You've been doing this 6 years now.
6 years.
And starting at Grace Lutheran, but you've reached out. Tell me some of the other organizations that have participated and the people who've received the quilt.
Through the Night Owl Quilt Guild and through Water of Life and through friends of mine. Last year we did 400 quilts. Wow. And we did them all over the world. It's pretty amazing. The local people we give quilts to are Assure Pregnancy Center in Fontana, and they help people who find themselves pregnant unexpectedly. If they choose to have their baby, the organization not only gives them classes on how to take care of a baby, but also gives them a diaper bag that we've made for them, and also a quilt that we've made for them. We also work with City Link, which is another offshoot of Water of Life Church. And then we go to Kaiser Hospital in Fontana and in Ontario. When they find that a patient will not be expected to live usually within 24 hours, they put them in a place called the Butterfly Room. And the Butterfly Room is a place that's very quiet. It has butterflies on the wall, it has soft music, it has soft lighting, and their family members can come the whole time and be with them. If they have one of our quilts, it's meant to comfort them during their last hours, but also it's presented to the family. The overseas people we give to are through the missionaries of Water of Life Church, and they go to all different places. And I just want to say, a quilt is not always just a quilt like you and I think of it. We think of it as a blanket, but there's parts of the world that it's not that. It's comfort, it's a roof if they don't have a roof, it's a floor if they don't have a floor, it's wallpaper if they don't have beautiful walls.
One of the most emotional scenes I've ever seen with a quilt is it being presented to veterans.
Yes.
We had an event up in the mountains where some who'd served in the Vietnam War. And the community and the quilters up there made these quilts and presented them. And to see these very proud, very masculine soldiers wrapped in quilts, snuggled up, and the symbolism of the quilt is incredibly meaningful.
And we do work with Quilts of Valor, and it is their experience to put the actual physical quilt around them. And they also have a little ceremony where they actually tell who actually made the quilt, who finished the quilt, who bound the quilt. So there's a legacy. It is a community thanking you. The representation of the Flag Quilt is an organization that's local, that's Operation Community Cares. And Operation Community Cares gathers together and packs boxes of toiletries and of food. We also then present this quilt, not to them, but they use this as a fundraising tool.
Among the groups of people who get touched by your quilts are some of the foster children from San Bernardino County. As they age out of the system, many of them are recipients of your quilts. Tell me about that.
When they're ready to go on to college and they're going to go to the dorm and they need all those little things that a mom or a dad might put together, a little love box. We gave them quilts.
And you can picture a dorm room with one of those beautiful handmade quilts on it. But it's not just people. You have also twisted the quilting and made dog beds, I understand, for our local shelter.
So what we do is when we have scraps left over, we cut them up and we stuff them into other materials, and we give them not only to the shelter in Rancho, but we give them to a group called Hope, which is helping our pets every day in Upland. And so they take our scraps and they use them for the dogs and cats that are being fostered out.
I am so grateful for all the work you do in the community, and Carolyn's a great example of how you can take your time and your talents, whatever they are, and turn them into something incredibly good for the community. This is the kind of work we have going on out there, as our everyday heroes are making our community a better place to be. Thanks for joining me today.